All right, good morning, everyone. First off, if you see the mess behind me, remember I'm remodeling the studio, so I apologize for any construction debris or tools behind me. So that being said, let's get to work. I mean, man, it's pretty wild. All of the technology stocks that just keep breaking out. I mean, Peloton, a great example. I wrote an article, did a blog post, did a podcast. We've talked about Peloton over and over again, but it's pretty wild. Just stay at home plays that are breakouts. I mean, Peloton broke out the other day at 74 ish, and here we are at 90. You know, it's just these are, and I know these are higher price stocks, but I tell you, if you can make $10 a share on a nice, yeah, I call these non-whack job stocks. Peloton isn't like some OTC that's going to drop 50% overnight. I mean, yeah, sure, Peloton could have bad news and maybe it gaps down 3% or 4% or something, but yeah, it's not some pink sheet that you hold overnight and it drops 60%. It's two-wheel liquid. You can't get out. It fades all day, gaps down the next day. Next thing you know, you got an 80% loser. It's not going to happen with Peloton. And that's what I love about these higher priced technology stocks right now, whether it be Zoom, Slack's gapping up this morning. RXT is green. RKT is green. GME. I mean, GME, low price stock. Nice, just slow mover. And a GME, just like a Peloton or a Zoom or whatever, this thing's not going to drop 30% overnight. It's just, and it's a low price stock. I mean, GME has gone from what? 4. Let me go to a 1 year chart. Whoops. 1 year, not 1 day. Yeah, I mean, GME is basically more or less doubled in a week. Doubled in a week. I mean, that's nice. On a slow moving stock that's in esports, that's not going to panic you out. So anyway, that's the biggest point I want to make, because I know a lot of you guys come on and you want to bring up some sketchy 3-cent stock, and I get it. But right now, I think there's so many opportunities in these technology stocks. So let's get to work right off the bat. SHLL. SHLL is a perfect example of what we're looking for. This is an EV play. It's a SPAC. It had a strong close yesterday. Woo, man. Did anybody get in SHLL last night? Beautiful. So 834 SHLL EV SPAC, killer close yesterday. Look for VWAP holds on this. EVSI, that's another EV play, or no, it's solar. EVSI. I'd wait for EVSI to break out and the volume's too low. So EVSI, solar's been kind of hot, but look for stocks that are trading higher volume. EVSI, two-wheel liquid, in my opinion. Bought SRNE at 14. Help. Courtney, what am I supposed to help you with? Courtney, you've been bag holding for... Courtney, listen, I'm here to help. And I love you, Courtney. But you've been bag holding for a month. What am I supposed to help you with? I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. If you're here, you know I'm Mr. Positivity. The reason I'm here every day is to help you guys. But you've been bag holding a stock for a month. I can't help you. The only thing you do in these situations is sell and move on. Okay? What am I supposed to do to help? Okay? God, please spike SRNE again. There, I said a prayer for you. Okay? Cut losers. Don't bat. You're down 50%. Why are you still holding this stock? Anyway, Courtney, move on. Move on. Move on. Just wanted to say a big thank you. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Mason Blue. Is DOCU the next Zoom? DOCU killer? Man. So, this is another one. This is basically the same thing. DOCU broke out yesterday. I mean, the DOCU is exactly what we look for. This is a e-health or this is a remote work play, in my opinion. You know, DOCU, remote signing of documents. I mean, I closed on a piece of property. I bought a piece of property like a month ago. We had to throw away all the pens. Okay, we had to wear, all this rigmarole to close on a piece of property. DOCU makes that better. I mean, it's a great example of what we're looking for. Thoughts on WKHS? Another EV play with a killer close yesterday. Give me a weak open red to green on WKHS. 836. Looking for weak open red to green on another EV play. Digging WKHS. So, is Peloton going to keep going up? Yeah. Love Peloton. I think I already talked about Peloton. It's just, and if you're not in Peloton, this is what you're looking for. So, what do you think of AMC? I don't like these theaters at all. I think, listen, I know it's a good thing that the theaters are reopening. You guys know I'm very pro. Well, I mean, AMC isn't like a small business, but I mean, I'm very pro local businesses. I mean, AMC, a lot of people having a theater in their town. I mean, it's not like I want AMC to fail, but nobody's going back to the theater. I mean, you can buy a ridiculous TV for $500. You can get a ridiculous sound system for $500, and you just stream the latest movies. So I say short the theaters, short them all. So I would think that if anything, this 12% pop on AMC gives you a good short opportunity. Short pops in AMC. So 838 short pops in AMC. Theaters are doomed. Bums me out. I mean, I don't want to see any business fail, but they're doomed. I'm new to this game. Anytime for first-time buyers. I won't say the username. Oh, these usernames. Biggest thing I would tell you, go to steadytrade.com. Go to the podcast. And I bring this up a lot. If you're totally new, the very first 20 episodes of the podcast, I'm really, really, really proud of that. Steven and I start with 0 and take you all the way through what we're looking for. So, steadytrade.com, go back to the very beginning. It's all free. And I know I say this all the time, but the great thing about the podcast, you can listen while you're at work, while you're driving to work, etc. A lot of you asking about DraftKings, DKNG, dip and rip on a higher price stock. Love, hey, they added Michael Jordan to the board. Man, I mean, if you guys know your history do you know your history of Michael Jordan? I mean, maybe the most competitive gambler ever. I mean, I need to watch that Michael Jordan documentary, by the way. But Jordan might be the most competitive gambler of all time. I mean, they said Jordan would bet on anything. Now DraftKings adds him to their board. Love it. I can't think of anybody better than Michael Jordan. As a gambling website, as a sports gambling website, who would be a better advisor than Michael Jordan? I mean, Pete Rose? maybe Pete Rose, I don't know. But anyway, love DraftKings on this announcement. So, 840. DKNG dip and rip on a higher price stock. Love them adding MJ to the board. Hold RKT through earnings, never hold through earnings. I'm always going to say the same thing. Breakout coming for Cat, probably. Look at Deer. Okay, if you want to know what's going to happen with Cat, look at Deer. We talked about Deer 2 weeks ago at like, what did we talk about Deer at? 180? 190. So we talked about Deer coming out of earnings at 190. It's up $30 a share from there. And we're all, I know you're all going to say, oh, Deer, $200 stock. I mean, you think about, what if you had 10 shares of Deer when we talked about it in the 190s? You're up $300 on a ridiculously low risk stock. There may be no lower risk stock than Deer. And you could have 10 shares, go to work, not have to worry about it. You know, you don't have to sit there and be like, oh, what's Deer doing? Oh, is Deer still green? Oh. You don't have to micromanage these stocks, and you're up $300 on a small account, and it's still breaking out. So, do I think there's a breakout coming on Cat? 100%. Same idea. Construction's booming. So, what is a source we can see when earnings are? I'll wrap up with this. I'm a huge fan of eWhispers on Twitter. Look up, dang it! I just said, I think that was my first of the day. But that being said, twitter.com/eWhispers. It's a free site, 100% free. I don't know who does it, but Mr. Earnings Whisper, if you're watching this, thank you. Low. I mean, this might be, I bash Twitter all the time. Bash Twitter. It's, I won't even go there. But it's stuff like Earnings Whispers that keeps me on Twitter, I tell you. What I love what they do is, because the thing is, some days when we're in the middle of it's eWhispers, twitter.com/eWhispers. There's days when we're in the heat of earnings season, we might have 300 stocks with earnings, hundreds. eWhispers distills it down to the ones that have volatility and the ones that move. So, yeah, I tell you, if it wasn't for eWhispers, I don't think I'd even go to Twitter. So, all right, everyone, have a great day. Technology. Higher price stocks are working right now, man. Again, you can catch some crazy moves in the Zooms, the CRMs, the Pelotons, all of these stocks, and you don't, and I know I've said this 3 times in 15 minutes, but you don't have to trade these 1-cent stocks that you can't even go to the bathroom. I mean, if you're in some OTC pink sheet stock, get a bedpan, okay? Get a Wizinator. Don't Google Wizinator. Anyway, have a great day. I'll be back at noon, and have a great day. I forgot my music today.